Let's bring you that next issue this morning on TVC Breakfast. For many years, Nigerians have groaned over the excessive amount of unexplainable charges imposed on them by commercial banks.
Now, even when such charges are established to be unnecessary, the banks continue with it. Though the Consumer Protection Council has vowed to tackle banks and see that these charges are cut down, some businesses have been affected by it.
In October this year, the Central Bank of Nigeria revealed that it recovered over 50 billion naira from erring banks as excessive charges imposed on customers between 2015 and 2017. That's just 2 years.
Exactly.
Now, following complaints by consumers, of course. Now, efforts to ensure deposit money banks at the DMBs play by the rules stipulated by their regulator, the CBN, well, have yielded very, very little result.
All right, we have joining us now on Skype a financial expert, Nnaemeka Obiareri. Nnaemeka, it's good to have you on. It's quite a while.
It's been a while.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, it's good to have you join us. Yeah, it's good to have you join us. Now make us understand. Does it seem like the Central Bank of Nigeria is becoming a little helpless in enforcing and ensuring that all these excess charges that people complain about are stopped forthwith?
Mike, I will commend the Central Bank of Nigeria.
Okay.
I will tell you from my little experiences as a financial engineer working with some customers that have complaints to lay against the deposit money banks. The Central Bank has been up and doing. The Consumer Protection Department of the Central Bank of Nigeria are at the top of their games. But the major challenge that we have today is that most customers do not even know how to begin to approach this issue. You see, these banks deliberately play some games in the accounts of customers, knowing fully well that 60 to 70% of these customers may not be able to find remedy. Some of them may not even find out what happened to their accounts. So for the very few 30% that possibly discover that some games have been played in their account, how to seek for remedy is another thing. There are very few financial engineers out there, people who will understand how to recast the balance sheet, look at their financial statements, and they point out some of those issues that have been done in their account that are not right. I can tell you, if any customer justifiably table a complaint against a deposit money bank and get a financial engineer that can help him pursue this case, the Central Bank of Nigeria, 9/10, will ensure that the banks not only reverses those extra charges, they will also ensure that interest on some of those excess charges for as long as it lasted are repaid to that customer. But the major challenge we have in Nigeria is that 70 to 75% of customers do not even know that games have been played in their account, even though they are discovered that these banks have excessively charged in,
this issue of bank charges, hidden bank charges, we need to underscore that. Some business owners have said, look, they're actually running Nigerian businesses out of business.
Exactly.
You know, it's no surprise why most Nigerian businesses don't even survive the first 3 years.
And not even just the businesses. You're talking about a lot of unbanked Nigerians who should be encouraged to come into the system, bring their monies into the banks instead of keeping them in the homes and all of that. And then this discourages them when they find, especially for those of them who have just relatively small amount of money. I understand we have
Nnaemeka Obiareri back
now, yeah.
Okay, Nnaemeka, you are trying to emphasize the point that, look, even those bank customers who discover some of these, what's that word now? Should I use fraudulent?
Extra charges.
Exactly, you know, by the banks. How many of them really can afford the services of, say, a forensic accountant, for example? Who are the ones who really have the eyes, the trained eyes to discover such defaults?
Because that is the major challenge. Just very few of them are able to garner the funding to secure the services of the forensic engineers. I will tell you, there are many customers that we have helped to recover some of their money, some of the extra charges on their accounts by these deposit money banks. If a customer can be able to get a forensic accountant, a forensic auditor, a financial engineer to look into his books, you will discover that 9/10 you will be able to point out some of these errors and then get the Consumer Protection Department of Central Bank to reverse it. But the major challenge here is that some of these customers do not know. Those who knows do not have the wherewithal. And this thing happens especially for importers, those that engage in trade services. Practically all the banks in Nigeria are engaged in this kind of games. They know that by the time they debit the accounts of customers, only very few customers will have the means and capacity to be able to pursue this thing to its logical conclusion. I will advise customers, especially the big ones, the SMEs, if you see any game in your account, kindly take urgent steps to consult financial engineers. And I will tell you, forensic accountants are not even expensive. They are not going to, a very good forensic accountant will not charge you upfront. A forensic accountant will tell you, see, I'm going to help you to recover your money. But whatever I help you recover from the banks, whatever they've stolen or looted from you, you either pay me 10 to 20% of what I help you recover. These are monies ordinarily you shouldn't have been able to recover because these banks have a way of covering their tracks. So I will encourage the small, medium enterprises, those that have the means, those that have the capacities, to seek for financial engineers, to seek for forensic advisors who will help them. Very good ones. There are very, very few of them in the market. We can help them to go in there, look at their financial statements based on the laws of the Central Bank of Nigeria, even the BOFIA and other enabling regulations guiding the banking industry, recover their money. And Central Bank has, I can tell you, they are up to their responsibilities. If you bring a report to the Consumer Protection Department of Central Bank of Nigeria, they normally treat it with dispatch. And in 3 weeks, they will get these banks and force them to write back these things. That is why today you see banks declaring hundreds of billions of naira in profit. Whereas the small and medium enterprises that are supposed to be the engine drivers of the economy are dying off. Businesses are suffering. I know of a particular customer that is carrying over 20 billion naira in foreign exchange differentials. Foreign exchange differential that should have been there if the commercial banks have done what they are supposed to do. These customers should not shy away. Yes, the banks may squeeze you. They may tell you they will not lend to you. Take the bull by the horn. Get a financial engineer. We are willing and we are ready to help you. The Central Bank will go back even 5 years to get these commercial banks to write back every damn thing that they stole from you.
All right. Nnameka, even before we get to the customer himself finding out or hiring a financial engineer, like you said, or financial expert or forensic expert to look into this possibility of how much money was taken and how to recover them. We're even talking of having a clean system where the banks, in the first place, where the banks, you know, play by the rules. And that is supposed to be the responsibility of the Central Bank of Nigeria. We have seen a lot of threats sometimes. We've seen statements from the Central Bank and all of that. Why are they not being carried out?
Mike, we are talking about over 35 million accounts, active accounts with the deposit money banks. I can tell you the Central Banks of Nigeria do not have the resources in terms of personnel, even technology to be able to monitor what goes on in these banks. Mike, it is not as easy as we make it to be. And most of the people that suffer this are the retail customers. Sometimes, Mike, if you look at your account, sometimes you see debit entries of 65 naira, 100 naira. They will call it, maintain all manner of charges that are not even in the rule book. And now, by the time you look at it, by the time you aggregate it, Mike, begin to ask yourself this question. We have 35 million customers. Imagine where the banks are pilfering 1,000 naira every week from these 35 million customers. Aggregate it in 365 days to give you the kind of humongous amount that is what they do. And they deliberately program their systems to do these things. None of these deposit money banks are exempt. You know, I think a time has come when customers, no matter how little, the Central Bank of Nigeria can put in regulation. If a customer is able to prove a case of excess charge on a bank, the bank will be made to pay maybe say 500% of what they overcharge that customer to that customer as compensation for the grievous damages done to that customer. These commercial banks will sit up. The problem we have here is that they are only meant to reverse what they've looted, what they've stolen, what they've taken. If regulations are put in place where these deposit money banks are made to pay a penalty, stiff penalty, say 500% of whatever is discovered that you excessively charge this customer, then knowing fully well that it will impact on their balance sheet, they will sit up. But I can tell you this, without exception, all the deposit money banks are engaged in this thing. Even the telcos are also involved.
Nnaemeka, would you recommend that in addition to them paying back whatever they have deducted from customers and extra, that their licenses should actually be withdrawn? Would that be extreme?
Because that would be an overkill.
Okay.
That would be, it will create systemic problems. But I think what the central bank should do is to put a regulation in place. For every excess charge that is proven by a customer, you will pay back the customer 500% of that amount. Okay. That means if I'm able to prove that you pilfered 1 million naira from my account, I will get 5 million naira in return as penalties. They will sit up.
All right, and that point is well taken.
Customers will be proven
that point is definitely well taken. Would it be fair to say that the banking sector in Nigeria is not supportive of businesses? Because some business owners have said, look, that is the fact. So how can we begin to ensure that 95% of you know, those who make up the economy, that's 95%, the SMEs, actually are supported by the banking sector?
Because in your last session, the last economist that spoke so well.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, the problem we have here is a structural problem created by the government of the day. The private sector has been crowded out. The SMEs are no longer getting money. The government is borrowing, just like the last speaker rightly pointed out. Towards the end of December, the federal government of the DMO is going to borrow over 500 billion from the system. These monies are fungible. These are money that should have gone to the private sector. But the government of the day, because of their incapacity to diversify the economy, have resorted to borrowing. Bad behavior has become the norm and the order of the day. These borrowings are accumulated to fund their exorbitant, inordinate lifestyles. They keep on borrowing to fund cost of governance, to fund looting, to fund stealing in the 3 tiers of government. Therefore, crowding out the private sector. As long as the federal government of Nigeria and other part of government are borrowing, I don't blame the banks. Banks are there to make profit. If I'm a promoter of a bank, I will not take my money and give to an SME who I'm not sure will return the money, when I can give that same money to federal government at tax-free rates.
All right, Nnaemeka, we have to
profit and pay less tax.
Yeah, Nnaemeka, sorry, we have to end it here right now. Time is not on our side, but we thank you so much for giving us your insight into these issues right now. Thank you.